are a sustainable farm in Franklin, Tennessee. We've been here for 11 years. We have a U-pick garden that we opened 6 years ago to the public.
It's kind of an unusual opportunity to get to come and pick vegetables and fruit nearby and know that it's been raised without pesticides. As I'm sure they told you, they use a lot of natural techniques to keep pests under control.
We use beneficial insects like green lacewing eggs, and we'll spread those around throughout the garden to eat bad bugs like aphids who feed on our tomato plants. But we don't use any pesticides in our garden whatsoever. We try to attract the beneficial insects by using buckwheat and cosmos flowers, and we'll attract those beneficial insects and keep them in the garden. Families come from all over Middle Tennessee to visit our farm. They'll come and they'll pick from our acre cultivated farm. We have blueberries and blackberries, but we also have a lot of produce items such as tomatoes and corn, okra.
We like the green beans, squash, zucchini, and we've even tried some different things that I'd never had before. The purple hulled peas are really good, and I had never made those. Olin taught me how to cook those.
I grew up on a farm, so I already knew about farming, and I found out that I loved to teach. And it was the weirdest thing. I started teaching classes out here.
I met Leigh as they were starting this farm through Master Gardening. She was in some of my classes that I taught there. And so she got together with me and said, hey, you know, I'm trying to do this project at our farm and teaching. Would you be interested in coming out and teaching? And so I said, sure, why not? And so that's how we started. And we've been doing it for years. So it's been a pretty good partnership.
I taught people how to can and preserve their own food. I started teaching people how to make their own sourdough bread.
I took a sourdough bread class last fall, which was great. I took it right before the holidays, and so my family was able to enjoy the benefits of that. I made sourdough cinnamon rolls, and Leigh sent us all home with a sourdough starter and told us how to use it. So yeah, I look forward to taking more classes here in the future.
The difference between me just reading an article or trying to do it myself is that Leigh is really hands-on, and she helps us to, you know, we try it, we do it right there. You learn and you do it, and so you got it in your brain versus trying to figure it out off of a recipe. And, you know, does it look right? Well, I don't know. You know, even with a picture, you can't tell, but if you have the person who wrote the recipe standing there in front of you teaching you how to do it, then it's a lot easier.
In the classes, I see new faces all the time. I think as more and more people get interested in growing their own food, making their own medicine, growing their own herbs, I see lots of new faces. I see some old ones that come back from time to time, but I see a lot of new faces. I think a lot of people are wanting to learn these kind of things.
We have approximately anywhere from 12 to 15 gardens that we rent to different apartment dwellers or condo owners.
I was buying my produce through a CSA and to get better quality produce, but I missed the connection of actually being able to work in the garden. And living in a condo, I didn't have the area where that I could do my own gardening. So I was satisfied with just getting better produce through a local farmer CSA. And when I found out about Leigh's gardening area here where that I could have my own spot and grow my own organic vegetables, I began to garden here with her, and I really enjoy, you know, getting my hands dirty and my feet dirty, getting in the garden.
You rent it for basically a year, planting season. Of course, in the winter, you're not growing too much. And you rent different size plots. So I have a 10 by 20.
I've got a small space. You know, I live alone. I don't need a large garden. I don't can. I want those fresh vegetables. Basically, salad bowl. What goes in a salad is mostly what I grow.
And when you come out to the area for the first time, they already have it all tilled up for you, and there's weed-free, perfectly tilled soil.
Leigh and Olin, they break the ground for us here. So you don't have to worry about having a tractor and breaking the ground. And then you pick your own vegetables and plant whatever you want in your space.
It's whatever you want to plant. If you wanted to plant entire thing with flowers, that'd be great. If you want to do veggies. So yeah, it's just a really fun little sandbox of gardening to play in.
Once you stay on top of it, it takes very little of your time to have your own garden. And it's pretty easy. And then, of course, Leigh's a great source. She'll give you advice on if you have any problems with pests and things like that in your garden. She'll give you advice on that. It's really something any novice can do and have success at, you know.
Anybody of any skill level should definitely give it a try. So if somebody were to ask me about Stoney Creek Farm, I would say that it's a gorgeous little place in the country, and it has very nice people that can help you with anything gardening. To definitely check it out.
I think it runs through my family's kind of through our veins. It's just, you know, working the land. So, and we just want to teach that and how to do your own gardens, you know, just share anything that people ask. So that's what we enjoy doing. So that's why I'm here.